Welcome back in, everybody. Stream hasn't stopped. We're finally like getting things rolling here. We got onto the Corktown site, which is good. The actual viewers of the team can follow us and watch the 66 action that we got going on. We were talking before we talked with Mikkel here about Ashton Castle. He's one of the 19-year-old players on this team, University of Toledo. We were trying to give him a little hassle for playing at Toledo. But I think it makes sense to learn there from nursing. And like that's if you're going to go anywhere, especially like in Ohio for nursing, it's Toledo, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just from knowing a bunch of nursing students at my time at BG, you know, we didn't have a program, but we could bus you over to Toledo.
Right.
So you're right. You're totally right. If you're going for anything medical or engineering, go to Toledo. It's a great school. I know a lot of people over there, especially at the athletic department. A lot of great people, very smart people. University of Toledo is great. I just spent a lot of money to go to BG, like I said. I spent a lot of money there, so that's where our allegiance is going to lie. But go Rockets, lift off.
Yeah, once that Sally Mae bill gets a little less, I'll feel a little bit better about rooting for some UT Rockets. One thing I will agree with her on, and we got to learn a lot about these players over the summer here. We asked them to give us their favorite Detroit food or beverage, or because Detroit's got a lot of like, it's you're from Chicago. It's kind of like Chicago.
Yeah.
Like you've got some.
You have your distinct food where if you're gone, like when I go back to Chicago, there are like 2 or 3 food items that I need to have from a certain place, right?
Exactly. I'll give her props. She went La Lanterna, downtown Detroit. Not a well-known staple by any means, but I just had that on Thursday for the first time in I think it was Christmas. Christmas is the last time I had La Lanterna. And they've got some great, the fire oven, like the brick oven pizza.
Oh yeah.
Now here's something I want to.
But it's not Detroit pizza, right?
No, right. That's what I was going to ask you. Being from Chicago, now you live up here in the Detroit area. Detroit style versus Chicago.
Are you asking me my favorite?
I'm asking you your opinion and give me your favorite.
Here's what I'll say. Detroit style pizza is very good, right?
Yeah.
I think universally, if you go somewhere that has Detroit style pizza, I think they're all universally very good. Where if you're going for a Chicago deep dish slice, there's a lot that aren't good.
Yeah.
But I would take the best deep dish over the best Detroit style. I'm a Buddy's guy just from living here for I've been here for 3 years now. So I think Buddy's makes a really good pizza. But Lou Malnati's in Chicago, just a straight Chicago classic, deep dish sausage with the butter crust. You can't beat it. But I'm biased.
I figured there was no way that you would.
But
you probably wouldn't
very
be
good.
Back in Chicago, right? If you tried to.
No, God, no. No. It's one of those things where it's very unique. Like I said, there are some places that get it right, but it's very few. Detroit pizza all around, I think, better, but the best deep dish is better than the best Detroit. But that's me.
All right, I can appreciate that.
But Kyle's giving me the side eye.
Right.
He's like,
I asked the question, and he gave you like that. What the right answer is.
Yeah, we all know what the answer is.
So not only did we get some information about the players, but we also got to learn about some of the coaches. And I want to talk about head coach Aaron Roy for a little bit. He is originally from Madison Heights. He's like a Detroit area guy through and through. Played soccer at Oakland University, and played even like some club ball around like Sterling Clinton. He was a coach there for 21 years. Part of the Madison Heights youth soccer, Boston youth soccer. He actually, I'm just looking through his his bio that he gave us, he got to play some international friendly stuff with team from Ghana, and senior year of high school. I gotta bring up this story. He gave us this story because I asked for their favorite non-soccer related story. Playing high school football, his coach grabbed his face mask before a last-second game-deciding field goal because, of course,
he's the kicker, right?
Grabbed his face mask, grew up, smiled, and said, "Relax, it's just football." He went out there, kicked the game-winning field goal, and they won 3-0. So it was all on the foot of Coach Aaron Roy for that game.
Does that become like your crowning achievement? Because it's like, here's the thing about football. Like, people are crazy about football, and there's especially when you have the soccer kid that's on the team. Like, I know our kicker was a kid from the soccer team. Yeah. Their practice same time as our practice, so we'd get him once a week.
Right.
And as we're all doing our regular,
was it Friday night? Is that the only night you got him?
No, I think we got him for Thursdays. Like, he would come late Thursday, walk through, kick a couple of dingers, and we'd like celebrate and go to like a pasta party or something.
Okay.
So you're kind of like disconnected. So it's like, oh my God, we have to trust everything. Like, I just hit a guy for 3 hours that's across from me, and now we've got to trust this guy to put it through the goalpost. So I totally respect that being one of the crowning achievements of his athletic history.
Now, let me ask you this, Frank, because you've to give some background. I've been around the Corktown program since basically began now. Got to learn more about these players, learn about the coaches. I'm a fairly big soccer fan. I think Detroit has some amazing soccer all around, no matter the levels or wherever you go. I think Detroit is a huge underrated soccer bed in the country. Watching soccer, I love watching the Premier League, especially. What's your background in soccer? Is there any, or is it? I don't mean to put you like on the spot.
No.
Exactly.
You absolutely should. Let me give my background first in other sports. So I'm the director of programming for Fox Sports Radio in Toledo.
Yeah.
I'm a credentialed reporter for Michigan football, the Detroit Red Wings, the Detroit Lions. Growing up, my sisters both played travel soccer. I didn't have the gracefulness, and I wasn't a sprinter. You can look at I was not a runner by any means. So, I was always the bigger boned kid. So like my dad was always, you're going to play football. That's where you're going to excel at. So I didn't personally gravitate towards soccer, and it's a conversation we've had on, the airwaves a lot. Why isn't soccer more prevalent? Is it because maybe our teams haven't done so well? But if you look at the women's team and what they've been able to do, and some of the major, not just players, but personalities like Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan, that have come out of the national team, it's starting to grow. You've got NBC Sports that's finally putting the Premier League up there. We're looking at other avenues to watch things. As competition grows between, I'm getting really nerdy in broadcasting terms, but as more channels that broadcast live sports, there's a competition there. So when you're looking to be more competitive, what can we offer that nobody else is offering? So you get the Premier League, you get the Bundesliga, all that stuff is really starting to grow in the United States. And as a product of that, we're going to see better and better national teams. Just looking out here, like I said, I didn't think we'd have live sports. I didn't think I'd be watching a live contest, especially in the summer. But you have players that are so committed to getting better, and something that we've been talking about, the many avenues that you can go in soccer is so huge. So my background might not be largely a part of soccer, but other things. I can tell you from director of broadcasting and programming, soccer's here to stay. Soccer's growing big time.
Well, and even this stream that we have up here right now of literally a training session for these players and this team it's huge to get the viewers and get it in front of people, because like you said, like this is the closest to live sports we've had in 3 months now, and we finally have the Bundesliga started back up a couple of weeks ago, and that's been a heck of a lot of fun to watch live.
Right.
I know, like even today, like I can actually go on to like my sports app and look at live scores from the Bundesliga and La Liga and Serie A are all starting up again. And then even the Premier League starts on Wednesday. So
Right.
like, soccer is grabbing this moment right now and taking front and center stage. And I think it's so awesome for the sport. And that's why when we got the chance to do this, even just for a training session, like we need to get like we need to get these girls and this team out in front of the public and let them know what Corktown AFC is doing here.
Right, because you look at it and go, okay, we could do this. I know it's not what we wanted, but it's something.
Yeah.
And even when I think you hit me up a couple of weeks ago, it was like, hey, this is what we're going to do. I'm sorry, it's not what we were originally planning, but I was like, yeah, let's do it. We get to go outside. We get to watch some live sports. Soccer, yeah, I'm in. All in on it.
And I mean, you mentioned like the U.S. national team. I know there's a few girls on this squad out here that have U.S. national team experience. We're sort of limited in exactly, all the information about the players, but I know at least like off the top of my head, I know that like Joelle Washington, she's one that spent time with the camp and played. I think she played a couple of friendlies against England. It might have even. I think she played on a tournament out in Bulgaria, if I remember correctly the conversation that we had. But then even like I believe Kayla Shook, 16 years old from Arlington Hills, if I remember the interview and everything correctly, I believe she was one of the ones that was actually going to be on the under-16 team going to play in the CONCACAF tournament this summer in Mexico. If I remember correctly, if I'm putting the right name to the information there. But like I said, all up and down, the talent here. We got to talk about a Rocket.
Please, let's do it.
Because I know that over here on the right side, Madison Shoebox is here. Rochester native. I believe she graduated from Bowling Green this year, if I remember correctly. A business and finance major, which we hyped up the University of Toledo nursing department. We got to talk about the business and finance department.
Do you see the new building they're making?
I haven't been on campus in years.
There are some layouts online. Let me tell you, if you're looking into business, you're going to be getting a couple of emails from BG. I'm sure there's going to be a sponsor coming in soon. That they just built a new media building a couple of years back that we were all really excited about. The business building blows it away.
Yeah,
it's like 3 or 4 floors, like open level concept. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome. And the thing too with Madison, and yes, actually, you know what? I take that back. I had this conversation with her about a month ago, actually. Now, she did graduate from Bowling Green. Actually, that was a couple of years ago. She, after that, went overseas and was going to school in Wales at a university over there where she could get her master's degree and also play in a competitive league. She was actually named, if I remember correctly, that Coach Roy gave me. She was the Welsh Premier League Player of the Year. And I think she might have won the Golden Boot as well for most goals scored in the season. Like you don't get to play, like people rip on the Mac, because they
Oh yeah,
football,
oh yeah.
but like Max Soccer is
it's legit. It's heated.
So to play at that level of the college game and then go do that overseas, that's huge.
Dan, like I said, the biggest thing going for the growth of soccer are the avenues and the opportunities that are there. Like I know just from playing football in high school, like what way can you go? If you're a high school football player, you're gonna either go to Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, college, right?
Right.
All right, what are my options as a soccer player? Well, I'm still gonna play travel. I'm gonna play for Corktown. I'm gonna go play college, and then I'm gonna go play international. If like there's so many things you can do. Like you can prolong your career and keep it going. There isn't just all right, well, it looks like I'm gonna go play college and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Also, we wouldn't be doing him justice if we didn't give him a shout out. Bowling Green Soccer SID, Mike Sheehan.
Mike Sheehan, that's the boy. That's the godfather.
I think he's bailed all of us out of a pickle or two in our college days. So
he's definitely Mike Sheehan at Bowling Green State University. Definitely made sure I got on every team bus.
Right, exactly.
They would have left me behind if it wasn't for Sheehan. Which I'm sure if we talk to Maddie, and that's the cool thing too. Hopefully here soon we'll be able to get to talk with some of these players again here on the field. And that'll be awesome to bring them on. If we get to talk to Madison again, I think we'll have to ask her experience with Mike Sheehan there. Now over here on the right side, on the orange side, if I remember correctly, I think we've got Gabrielle and now. She got to I got to interview her and Madison together at the same time, and that was because they're both fantastic people. They were a lot of fun to talk to. She also 23 from Novi. She went to Grand Valley State for finance and marketing. And she was actually one thing that we should mention just right off the bat. There's a ton of talent out here from the club level that did a lot of really cool things, especially the Michigan Hawks. We have to make sure
that was a laser, man. That was an absolute laser.
I don't know if we got. I really hope the quality was able to pick up that shot because I mean that was a half court, just laser. Yeah, like you said, top shelf. But Gabrielle, and I know Gabrielle played. I got to see her play a little bit last year, and yeah, she's a fun striker to watch. And like I was saying about Michigan Hawks, that 2014 national championship team that the Michigan Hawks put together, I think Coach Roy said there's like maybe 12 or 13 girls from that championship team that made their way here onto Corktown's inaugural team this year. So yeah, there's even if you go through, like we were talking about the MAC, you go through the MAC rosters for each team, it's littered with Michigan Hawks players.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say about Gabriella, I think I'm trying to remember exactly what she said and what we talked about. I think she also played overseas. I think she played in Iceland, if I remember correctly, because the question I asked someone was the strangest team they've beaten.
Ooh, yeah. For a lot of international players, I'm sure it blows anything I could say away.
I think this. I think this like trumps everything else. She told me that a delicacy there is puffin.
Oh yeah. Because it's native. It's a native.
So.
I mean, when you think about it, it's a native bird. But have you ever watched like a video of them trying to like catch these things?
Catch puffins?
Yeah. So
they don't.
No. They do a little bit.
Are they like like turkeys or chickens, or like they fly like a little and then they.
I think more height than a turkey. I am not a zoologist. I'm not a bird keeper or anything. I've just watched a video of Gordon Ramsay go puffin, like catching. It's on YouTube.
Oh my
So when you're done with this stream, go watch Gordon Ramsay on the side of a mountain try to catch a puffin. It's crazy. You have to use like a big net. It's unreal. Never thought that reference would be dropped in this broadcast, but here we are.
Well, yeah,
How'd she say it was? She say it was good?
Said it was all right. She said, Gabriella said, like, the way that they, like, it's basically like how you would have, chicken or any other kind of, like, poultry over here. It's prepared sort of the same way.
Yeah.
It's treated kind of the same way. It's not obviously mass-produced. Like, you're not mass-producing
Right.
muffins.
Like,
but, yeah, I think out of everyone, because those two, that's Madison and Gabriella. Like that was probably one of the most fun interviews that I got a chance to do, just because they have such a wide range of experience playing overseas, playing college, and they have like so many stories to talk about and experiences, and yeah, I don't think anyone could touch puffin as strangest food on the sea.
no.
And we only got to ask about 15 people all of these questions. So I guess like a law of average, like you could say like maybe there's somebody on this team that's done something or eaten something stranger than puffin, but I think Gabriella Mancotti like just straight up takes the cake.
Bird might be too cute for me.
It's a cute bird.
It's a cute bird. That's the thing. Like they bring it on a plate and like, all right, puffin. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do it. But if you're in the situation, you can't say no.
I want to highlight some of the soccer that we've seen here a little bit because we kind of digressed. We want to really highlight these players. We're not so much doing play-by-play of the soccer because it's a very it's very laid back. It's very fluid, but some of the action that we've seen here from the white and orange team on this right side of the field has been fun to watch. So they'll take a break. We'll sort of take a break as well as they get set up. We'll have some more action. Second teams, the teams that you've kind of seen in the background there, warming up and practicing. They'll move over to the fields, and we'll bring you back when the action starts back up again. Well, welcome back to the stream, everybody. I think there's been a few people watching this whole time. That's if you're watching the stream, we appreciate you sticking around. And we've had the action up over on this side of the field. We're hoping to have a player for a quick interview about what's been going on through all of this. One thing that I want to highlight that Coach Roy wanted us to talk about was one of the other coaches on this squad, and that's Jeff's show. And you can actually probably see him on the stream there to the left, next to the nearest goal. He is he's one of the goaltender coaches here for Corktown AFC, and if there's something that this team has in spades, it's goaltending play, and so Coach Shook is a part of that. He's a Dearborn native himself. He soccer has been his entire life, basically. And one thing we actually probably need to talk to him the most, because, like I said, he's from the area, and he listed his favorite holiday as Boxing Day.
Oh, Canadian.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Canadian, or from the what is it called? The colonies, or it's like what you like Canada, Australia, like all the countries that were like colonized by the crown.
Yeah.
And because Australia has the same thing, like they do Boxing Day. Obviously, England has Boxing Day. So yeah, I think I gotta figure out where he came from, because he's as you can probably guess, the only person that put Boxing Day as their favorite holiday.
Was that one of the American stipulations during the Revolution? Here's in the Declaration of Independence, we're not going to celebrate Boxing Day.
I know that there are great moves. Again, we're trying to do our best to pick out who the players are out in the field, but on the orange side here, a great move at the goal for the score. And that's the thing. We want to try and talk about as many of the players as we can. The issue is we don't know who all the players are specifically, because there's so many new faces to the program. And we don't have any jersey numbers or anything like that to figure out exactly who we're talking about and who we're watching. But we're hoping that at least on the street you can appreciate the style and level of play the teams are bringing, the 6-on-6. Like that. That's
nice move.
One girl that is not out on the field now, but we probably should talk about from before, was playing out on the field before. Mariana Muskovic from Macomb, University of Detroit Mercy player, also a part of Vardar SC, which is another big club name around the area. Really, if you look at the whole roster from top to bottom for Corktown here, and even any of the other programs in the Detroit and surrounding areas, Vardar and Michigan Hawks are probably your two biggest ones I would have to imagine. But Mariana graduated summa cum laude in high school, a 4.0 all 4 years that she was there. Like I said, not only are they making us feel awful about the careers that we had as athletes in high school, but even intellectually, like these girls are the top of everything. Ooh, a nice little breakaway here. Oh, now see this. Here's the thing too. You got everyone warming up and doing training drills behind. You got to have your head on a swivel.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know you and I have both learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
I mean, just from being at BG, I think I've taken 2 volleyballs off the face while doing a pregame show for radio, which, hey, that's how you learn your lesson.
Right.
And you hit the nail on the head, I mean, intellectually. And I think, what's one of the big things of it doesn't matter what sport you're playing, whether you're going out for track and field, whether you're going out for soccer, softball, football, baseball, any of that. It's getting in the mindset of being a competitive person, whether that's on the field or in the classroom. So not only are they just smart, but they're competitive in all aspects of life. And that's one of the big focal points of why you should get into athletics.
Now, not only summa cum laude, but speaks fluent Spanish as well.
Oh, bilingual as well.
Yeah, if you were
Tim, what was your GPA? You want to go down that road?
My GPA in high school, it got pretty close to being the scene from Animal House, like Mr. Blutarski, 0.0. Especially compared to, I'll tell you what, high school wasn't as bad. College was rough.
Yeah, college was rough for me.
Here's one thing I want to bring up, though, about Mariana, from just looking at the information she gave us. So obviously, incredibly talented on the soccer field, and in the classroom as well. And this is something that's not just exclusive to her, but there's a lot of people on this team, and this might be a point of contention that we bring up with some of the players as we get to talk with them through interviews and such. A lot of them listed Shake Shack as their favorite Detroit restaurant. Shake Shack isn't.
That wasn't the. I get it.
I understand that there's a Shake Shack downtown, and
Shake Shack's very good.
It's fantastic, but it's not Detroit, right?
No, it's New York.
Yeah,
that's a New York staple.
I remember when I first moved up to Detroit, I was changing my car insurance over, and
that's always fun.
Always a blast. But this lady was super nice, and she was talking to me, and she's like, "Oh, Detroit, my favorite restaurant." She was from the area or something like that, and she said her favorite Detroit restaurant was Wahlburgers. And
you just kind of just politely smile and go, "Oh,
okay." Now, like I said, I won't hold it against Mariana. That Shack is absolutely fantastic, but it's not Detroit. So you got a bone to pick with some of these players.
So we've talked about this twice now. Yeah. So what's your Detroit delicacy? If you were to move away from Detroit for a little bit and come back, what's the first place you're hitting up?
It has to be Lafayette Coney. Lafayette Coney dogs are, for me, like the epitome of Detroit. I think Coney dogs in general. Now, here's the thing with Coney dogs. Detroit does good Coney dogs. I am from the Dayton, Cincinnati area, down in Ohio. And so I know
where you're going.
I love a good Skyline chili dog. And so when Detroit when I found out that Detroit has that Coney dog history, that's what I love. And I think a couple girls, let me see here. There's a couple that did list that Coney's were their favorite Detroit food. Let's just look at that, since we got no action on the field right now. It gives us a great chance to look at this. The players that listed Coney's as their favorite. Actually, okay, it was only one. And so
really,
Maya Elamo, and she was goalie from for the white team the first time out here.
Fantastic saves in that last game, Dan.
She did.
Did she name a specific spot?
She did not name a specific spot. Oh, okay. Hold on. So would you like to know more about Maya?
Yes.
19 years old, Rochester Hills, currently attending Yale University for environmental studies. if you didn't already, like we said, feel insignificant compared to what all of these girls have already done. She's at Yale for environmental studies. And not only that, has an amazing taste that Coney dogs is her favorite Detroit food. I'll bet you anything that Yale has, like the Coney dog scene in Yale is nowhere close to Detroit.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Man, now I'm trying to think. I'd go with the Coney dog also. I haven't been to American or Lafayette yet. It's one of those things that's on my list of things to do. But I would go with a Coney dog. I live in Livonia, so Senate, Coney Island's my spot to go to.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd go with a Coney dog.
Even as a self-proclaimed buddies.
Buddies is very good. I think, like I said, pizza is one of those things, like, even when I go back to Chicago, my first spot usually isn't a slice of pizza. Because although pizza is different from Chicago and Detroit, it's still pizza.
Right.
I think my go-to, like if I go back to Chicago, I'm going with an Italian beef sandwich because that's something I cannot get anywhere else. I think a Coney dog has such a unique flavor. I mean, just with the chili thing, like, again, Chicago and Detroit, where Chicago, you're dragging it through the garden. You've got the onion, you've got the mustard relish, sport peppers, all that good stuff. But just that pure bite of chili with the mustard and the onion, it's a unique thing.
Well, I think we'll step aside just for a little bit. We'll stop talking, and then when the players come back out here, we'll jump back in, talk with them some more, and like I said, we'll hopefully get a few players on to talk with us a little bit as well. Stick around. Thanks for coming back, everybody, or sticking around with us. The stream seems like it's taking off. More and more people are watching. So it's awesome to see. I think we're going to have our first interview coming on and joining us here in just a second. So this is the second half of this matchup between these two teams. So, like I said, So we are going to have a couple of players join us here on the stream. Again, thanks for tuning in and listening, watching the stream, the training, and the 6 here for Corktown AFC. I think we're going to have Eddie Shupak on, who we talked about earlier, and Jessica Gieseke as well. Jessica, she's a Wayne State player right now at the moment, radiation therapist, technician. I think that's the field of study that she's looking to get into. And I think they both no, I'm sorry. Jessica played Cox. Maddie, club-wise, was a part of our as well. So we'll still talk to both of them here coming up very soon. Jessica was part of that national championship. Awesome. Love it. Zoe's another product here as well from Bowling Green. She's Rochester Hills sport management major, right?
Oh, look at that.
So she's making the same terrible decision that we made.
Were you sport? You were in sport management, were you?
I was in sport management.
You were?
I was in sport management.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. See, this is what the stream's all about, learning more about each other in the streams. And all right, so I see we've got Madison down here. Let's add her onto the stream right now. Let me see. I want to make sure I get this correctly. Hello. How are you, Madison?
I'm good.
Doing good?
Guys?
We are doing
We're hanging in there.
Yeah, trying to do our best. How are you doing now?
How am I doing? I'm doing good. A little tired, but it's a good tired right now. Getting some good work in.
Good. That's what we like to see. So this all started on Friday. How was it on Friday? How has it been like to just kind of get back into the rhythm of things?
You know, I think it was a little slow on Friday. We getting back into it since some of us haven't really played in 3 months due to coronavirus. But it was good to be back with everyone. Good to see some new faces out here and get playing with the ball and getting competitive and working hard.
Now I want to say we've got another guy up here in the booth with us, Frank Gargano, that's with me, and I know you and I talked in the summer a little bit earlier about our time at Bowling Green State University. Frank's a BG guy as well, and
no way, go BG.
Yeah. So can you give us? I know Zoe's down there with you too, right?
Who?
Zoe Hudson is down there with you too,
Zoe,
right?
Zoe.
Bring Zoe on here.
We didn't play together.
And we'll get Jessica in here as well too in a second. But real quick, both of you, can we on 3? I want to talons up real quick.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So 1, 2, 3. Talons up.
Talons up.
Talons up. That's exactly right. Awesome. Well, Zoe, let's talk with you a little bit. How's it been for you to jump back into the rhythm of things here?
Well, I've loved being back in a group setting. You know, I've been doing my own training by myself or just with my little brother. But, you know, to be with some of the best girls, you know, from our state, it's nice to be back again. And I like the intensity. So I'm really happy with how things have gone, you know, these past 2 days. So I'm excited to keep doing this until I go back to school.
Obviously, there's a lot of conditioning in soccer, and sometimes you hate those drills. But, I mean,
right.
Now that you're kind of being back in it, is it one of those things that where you're like, you know what, I don't even mind that we're running right now. It's just good to be out doing something with the team.
Right. You know, there's 2 ways to look at it. Either you can, you know, embrace it and push everybody around you, or you can, you know, sit and complain. But if you sit and complain, you're not getting better. So, you know, having everybody else around you doing the same thing and pushing each other definitely makes it a little bit more enjoyable.
Now, one thing I want to bring up with you, you filled out our survey to learn more about you. Are you really a sport management major?
I am really a sport management major.
Okay, because you're talking to 2 guys who went through the sport management program at Bowling Green. And if I can offer any advice, get the heck out now. Go somewhere that's going to make you some money, man. Take my advice. Student loans are real.
Well,
She's appalled.
She's appalled. I know.
Well, you know, I thought Bowling Green had one of the best sport management programs in the country.
Yeah, stop ripping on BG.
Yeah, what am I supposed to say?
Hey, hold on a second now. Before I have to come down there and defend BG's honor, I will. The sport management program is fantastic. I'm talking about the sport management field in general. Go somewhere that's going to make you some money, man. All right? I'm warning you as somebody that's had to get
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. You're fine.
Well, my minor is entrepreneurship, and who knows what that
See,
could be.
Dan, that's where you went wrong.
That'll be perfect.
Hey.
Okay, hold on. No, I am not trying. Hold on. I am not trying to rip on you, Zoe Hudson. I am not. I am trying to protect you from the same mistake that I made, and I'm giving you a hard time. I'm giving you a hard time because
my charisma is going to take me far.
See,
that's
there you
exactly
go.
right.
Hey
Because
guys,
that's the one
wait,
thing that I don't have.
we got a new face here for Corktown that I want you guys to talk to. Her name's Jessica.
Yes.
She's from Wayne State.
Get us over to her.
Ask her some questions.
Yes, get us there. We'll stop harassing Zoe.
Yes.
Jessica,
no more harassment. She's had
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great. How is it for you to be back into the swing of things here?
It's definitely difficult, but all the girls push really hard, so it helps a lot getting me going. Like, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be doing as hard as I was right now.
Now, looking back at some of the info you gave us, you were a part of that Michigan Hawks national championship team, right?
Yes.
A few years ago.
Yeah. The one
talk-
year we were
I-
finalists, and then the second year we won.
And that's so. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was because I've heard this story from so many of your other teammates on the Michigan Hawks. You guys were one of the last teams to make it in there, right? And you went on that great run.
Yes. That was such a good time. That's one of my favorite memories.
Talk to us just a little bit about that. Like, what was that like for you guys?
It was hard, like getting into it and like seeing all the other teams and how good they were and how competitive. But I think we really came out strong and like held our ground, and everyone just really, the energy was just so good that everyone pushed each other. So if it weren't for like the teammates, I don't know how it would have gone, but it definitely went down the way we wanted.
Now, here's something else I want to bring up, Frank, because Frank and I have been talking about all of the Detroit like favorites that you guys have listed for us, and you put as your favorite food the Mexican Town bakeries.
Yes, it is so good. I could not remember the name of it. That's why I didn't put it down. But it's so cheap, and they just have the best little like. How do I? They do have churros.
I'm sold. Nope.
I'm not sure.
You don't have to go further. Good. I'm sold.
Yeah, you've already sold us on it. Because I'll tell you what, we go to Honeybee over in Mexican Town, and the groceries and everything over there, it's perfect. And so we really appreciated your opinion on that because it was a true Detroit answer. So we really appreciated it.
Yeah, I live down here at Wayne State, so I just try to like
that's right.
visit as many places as possible, like new ones, just so I can get a feel of everywhere around.
Do you have a favorite Detroit restaurant since you're downtown? Like you're right there in downtown almost. Like, what's your favorite restaurant?
Me and my friends usually go to Townhouse. It's right by the water and it's super nice. It's just a little bit expensive.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Jessica, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. We appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that was Frank. That was awesome. I feel like we have to go. I might have to go out and like actually apologize to Joey Hudson. I didn't mean to rap on her.
It's okay, Dan. You're just not going to be invited back for any alumni events whatsoever.
Because we should have followed up. It won't make you any money, but it's a heck of a lot of fun because you get to do stuff like this.
I was gonna say I wasn't sports management, but I was media production, and yeah, it's one of those trade-offs, you know. But also, we're both young. There's a lot left to be done. Yeah, there's a lot of ball game left to play, so you just never know. You know, go after what you want, and then money will come later. You just got to keep at it.
So here, just in a second, we're going to wrap up the stream as the players are kind of getting near the end of this and going to finish up with their closing warm-ups and things like that. We're going to have Coach Aaron Roy, head coach Aaron Roy, on here to talk quick before we wrap things up. He should be here in just a minute to join us. And Coach Roy, I want to say and highlight that he's done such a fantastic job with putting together this team and finding ways to get these girls. Like this was a lot of this was on him to find ways to get these girls involved in the off season and still make this a productive season for them.
You know, like we've said, it's just the circumstances definitely weren't ideal, but you know, we're all trying to do our best with what we're given. So, I mean,
okay, no worries then.
I know for Dan, it's been awesome just to see competition out there. I know I've said it multiple times, but to have a nice sunny day, you know, you got a lot of girls out there that are, we just talked to them and they said, we're out here trying to get better, whether that's sprinting, whether that's working on skills, whether that's a live scrimmage. We are all working out here to be better. We're going to push each other to be better. And talking about the competition that's out there, that's what this is all about. It's huge. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has been. Like I said, we're getting Coach Roy on here in a second. He has to have one of the players help him because, he's – well, I guess we're all – he's young enough. He's the millennial with us. So I guess we're more part of the tech-savvy part of the generation.
There's also there's so many apps and software out there.
Well, here we go. I think we got Roy on. Coach Roy, how are you doing?
Hey,
welcome
great,
to the stream.
So,
Coach, definitely. We were talking about you guys starting this up on Friday. What's it been like in the early parts here? How have the girls responded to the training and everything like that?
It's been a surprise, and it's been awesome. The girls have responded very well. They're working hard, and we're out here for a long 3.5, 4 hour block, and we have a good progression. So we're not really beating them up too bad, but the response has been really, really great, and everybody's having fun. So can't ask for much more right now.
How important was it for you to be able to put something together like this with everything that's happened to the 2020 season and what was going to happen, and to just get something together like this? How important was it for you to have these girls out here and do something with the team?
It was huge. I mean, physically, as far as the fitness goes, and mentally, a lot of these players, we've been caged up, so to speak. Everybody's been playing it safe and staying indoors and not doing too much. And now that everything's been kind of settling down with COVID, we're still following a lot of safety protocols. But we've had a little bit more freedom here, and I think that the timing is perfect. The timing's perfect. The spirits are high within the team. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's having a great time. And, God willing, everybody will stay healthy and will continue to get fit and get lots of touches on the ball.
Coach, we just got done interviewing some of the girls here, and all of them said the same thing. It was great to get out here, get better, and everyone's pushing one another. Of course, some of the names that really impressed you today.
That's tough. I'm actually surprised at how well a large majority of the players are playing and performing out here. But we can always expect great attitude, great performance, great leadership from Maddie Schubach. She's always one of our big leaders out here, and she gets the job done. Some of the newcomers like Avery Peters and Taya Jorth, some of the young players like them are really stepping up, playing hard, putting a lot of pressure on some of our older veteran players to step up and perform as well. So we have a great mix of players out here, and it's hard to pick apart who's doing really well, because they're all working so hard, and I'm loving what I see out here. So
it's kind of like trying to pick your favorite kid, right? It's hard. You can't pick your favorite kid, right? Yeah. Well, Coach, thank you for taking the time. We'll let you get back to it and finish up practice. Right.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.
Yep. So thanks again to Coach Roy for taking the time and really setting all this up. He's been a pillar of getting this team set up and everything. But Frank, that'll pretty much wrap it up for us here again. We'll be back streaming next Sunday as well, about the same time. Until then, everybody, stay safe and stay healthy. And thanks for joining us here on Corktown AFC.